Today's the last day of my annual leave, and tomorrow I'll be going back to work after 3 weeks of vacation. This evening I decided to go cycling and I ended up logging 20 kilometers on my bike. Anyway, I took my NCLEX a week and a half ago. I was fine on Monday when I made the vlog. I was really proud of myself and my accomplishment. But I think already by Tuesday I was feeling sort of anxious and restless. I knew that after the NCLEX many people cry because of the build-up emotions. I was told that my immigration paperwork would be put forward. Meanwhile, I just have to wait. They said that for weeks it'll seem like nothing's happening from my perspective. At first I didn't think too much about it, but in a matter of days my feelings sort of shifted. After the NCLEX, I fell from a high place of intensive studying to basically nothing. This became clear only after a few days had passed since the NCLEX. Obviously, the fact that I was at the moment on my annual leave for 3 weeks contributed to feeling empty. So with nothing to do and feeling restless, I spent hours upon hours wondering and daydreaming about the future. And all of this daydreaming combined with the fact that I'd have to go back to work also made me a little anxious and restless, because I'd been dreaming about this better future, creating certain images in my mind and feeling happy and really hopeful about the future. And then I realized I'd have to go back to work actually for a really long time before I'd be able to immigrate. I mean, during these 3 weeks I've been able to really withdraw myself from all the work stress. I really enjoyed all the free time and the fact that I'm able to focus on my thoughts, do things around the house that I haven't had the energy or time to do. I kind of feel ashamed to admit this, but I've been living in my current apartment for almost a year, and the thing where you put the curtains was too short, so I had to buy some new ones from IKEA. I bought them like maybe 6 months ago, but I never had the time, energy or whatever to put that thing up there. I thought I would have to borrow a drill from someone. I don't really have any friends or anyone to ask. So anyway, last night I actually got around to fixing that thing up there, and I put the curtains, and no more will I have sunshine peeking from the edges because the thing where I put my curtains is now long enough. And I think that'll affect my quality of sleep a lot, because I do have to sleep during the day and the sun is actually on that side of the building for most of the day, so that has been quite annoying. Anyway, I kind of fear going back to work, because if I'm allowed to catastrophize, I'm afraid that all of that stress is going to punch me straight in the face, maybe even knock me down, at least for a while. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, I should blame myself for not having better coping skills or not being better at prioritizing or delegating, but I feel like I've done everything in my power, and what I've discussed with my senior colleagues, it's the same for them. So I've concluded that the issue is not really in my hands at all anymore. I can only do so much. I have to do the best that I can do with the resources that I have, but I also think that I shouldn't have to bend myself over backwards every day. I just don't think this pace is in any way healthy or whatever. It's not sustainable, and I feel really conflicted about going back to work and resuming work where I currently work. I've also thought about the reaction that I will get from my coworkers after they found out that I've passed the NCLEX and that I'm actually moving to the US. This is something I'm doing for myself and not for anyone else. So I'm going back to work. It's been 6 months since I got a referral for surgery that I need to have. The surgery will help me so much to live a normal life. I don't know what the term in English is. The literal translation from Finnish would be treatment guarantee. For specialist treatment, the guarantee is 6 months, and 6 months has passed, so tomorrow I'll also have to ask them about the schedule to know when I'll be having my surgery. After I've had the surgery, I'll have to stay home for at least like 2 weeks. If I remember correctly, for a week after the surgery, I'm not allowed to carry anything that weighs over a kilogram. They actually gave me the example of a carton of milk, which is 1 liter, so 1 kilogram. I have no idea if 2 weeks is gonna be enough for me because I work as an RN in acute care settings, which is very physical. At the same time, I'm worried about having the surgery. I mean, there's the worry about having general anesthesia for the first time in my life, having surgery for the first time, having an invasive procedure, the fear about the complications. That's a separate issue. What I'm more worried about is the fact that my pay will be less than normally, and at this point I'd really like to save money for whatever needs I'll have when I move to the US. So even if there's not much going on with regards to my immigration, there's actually a lot of things on my mind right now, trying to find a way to cope with my feelings and thoughts. I think the actual experience tomorrow when I go to work won't be as bad as I've made it out to be, but we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm getting a little shivery. Like I said, I was cycling. Obviously I got sweaty. Then I came here and sat down in the shadow, and now that I've been filming this for almost 45 minutes, I'm getting shivery, cold, and I think it's about time I go home to get ready for tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys next time.